Welcome back to the den. I'm your cackle leader, Littlefoot. We have
Savvy
and
Raquel.
to go ahead and help me in and explaining this particular wonderful beer that we have today. So here's a little bit of history on this particular beer.
First brewed in 1893, called Cerveza Cuauhtemoc. However, it was a little difficult for people to remember that,
So a lot of time when they ordered it, they always ordered it with the Indian on the clay bottle, which ended up being turned into the Indio beer, which now got its name as Cerveza Indio, because it was an Indian on the clay bottle. So that's kind of just where it dribbled into, and that's how we have the Cerveza Indio. And
it has amber hues with malt and raisin flavors.
so it's a lot of your amber beers with notes of raisin into it, really flavorful. I'll be honest, this particular beer I came into contact with when I was in Rosarito many moons ago. It was one of my favorite beers that I actually ordered regularly. You can only ever really find it in Mexico because I've not had any luck finding it here in the States. It just may be me and where I'm located. If you ever have the chance to see it and or get it, I would suggest ordering it if you like those types of amber lagers with those flavorings in it. I think it's a treat. Again, it's one of those far and few things, so whenever I do get it, I absolutely enjoy it. Raquel was with me when I went on that trip, so I don't know her feelings on that particular take of the beer.
it's a little different. I'm not a super fan, but I do like a good, interesting lager. And you know, some of the Mexican lager style beers, they have a bit different taste. Indio, I think in particular, is a bit special. So I wouldn't say it's my number one go-to, but I'll definitely drink if it's put in front of me.
I think for me, if I'm in Mexico, this is the one I will go to because a lot of my go-tos are the 805s. If I don't find anything on the menu that particularly speaks out to me, I will definitely default to an 805. So if I'm in Mexico and nothing out there speaks out to me and this is on the menu, it'll be my number one order. Unless I'm going hard cocktails. Now, Savannah has actually never had this one, so it'll be a new experience for her, and you can actually get her take on it as a completely unbiased opinion on the drink itself. She's not a beer drinker herself, so if you're one of those people who don't drink beers,
I can give you more of an idea of, if this is something that might be in your area of wanting to try, or if this one may be not worth buying. But we'll get you an idea. You'll tell by my face because I do show a lot of... You'll see it. You'll see it. I'll show emotion and see how this is. But I'm excited to try it. I've heard good things, so, let's give it a shot.
But one in Mexico. So, the good thing about this one is that it is a twist off. You don't need to go ahead and look for a bottle opener.
Ooh,
so
that's the best.
I honestly think that's always a selling point when I go ahead and get beers. Don't get me wrong, I always travel with a bottle opener, so... Oop, and I think I've got a little bit of head. She's gotten better head.
No, you have the best head.
So... And
pourer. Look at
there
Savvy's
we
head.
go. Yeah, Savvy's head is actually the best.
Here.
Apparently somebody who doesn't drink beer knows how to go ahead and pour the beers. So we can go let you be the judge. We'll put a poll out who gives the best head. Anyways, so you can tell by the amberness. It is a good lager. It looks like a very clear lager. You can kind of mostly see through it. I mean, I can count 3 fingers, but I'm also pointing 3 fingers, and I know what I'm doing. So, I think the coloring...
It smells real nice.
It smells, yeah. It's not so much caramelly, which you would think with an amber coloring of this. Most of the ambers that you normally smell, I feel, that have a lot of caramel smells to it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Would you, someone who doesn't drink beer, and you've smelled...
Yeah, I would say it would be on the sweeter side.
Yeah.
So,
it does, like a caramel
note.
note.
So, let's go ahead and do our taste. Cheers.
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 Oh, it's actually good. I would definitely, you know what? For somebody who doesn't drink beer, I'm gonna take a little sip.
I mean, from the mouth of babes.
Alrighty, no, I think this one is one I would say I would definitely try again.
What do you like about it?
It's not too. It doesn't. It's not attacking me. It's actually not. I don't like the really really hoppy flavors or things like that. And it seems light. I do taste that sweet. Like it's not. It's calm. It's not just like punching me in the tongue, which is awesome. I feel like I can drink this on like just chilling on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I like
that.
a good summer beer.
Yeah, perfect.
For as
a
dark
summer
as
beer.
it is, which most people would always look at the color and think
Heavy.
not a summer beer.
Not heavy. It's like it's nice.
And this is somebody who actually works out and avoids heaviness in
Try to
their
as
life
much as
in
possible.
general, unless she's lifting weights. So, but I have the same notes on that one. I'll be honest. I did not chill this as much as it should have been chilled, so it is a little on the warmer side for my particular taste. But then I'm also the type of person who drank beer that was left out in the middle of the desert, so hot beer tea.
I'll say I hate warm beer, and it actually isn't terrible. It's like room temperature right now, and I usually like a really cold beer, but I don't get like a disgusting beer taste. You know, I'm not accustomed to room temperature beer, so it's actually not that bad.
So actually, that's a good note to go ahead and have, because if you're the type of person who needs to go ahead and have a beer now when it's not chilled and it needs to be cold, this would probably be a good go-to type of beer, especially if you're in Mexico, and where you're at in Mexico, you don't always get air conditioning,
Or ice.
depending, or ice, or clean ice,
Oof.
or if you're on the beach. Things are always questionable in Mexico, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's always a fun adventure.
Can't count
Because you
on
know what? We're always in for the adventure.
I can cheers
But-
to that.
Cheers, right? In it for the adventure.
Yes.
So, like I said, this beer has always been one of my favorites. I actually do enjoy the freshness of it. I'll be honest, I've actually never poured this beer into a glass before. So for it to be as dark as it is, I've never known that. I honestly thought it was like an actual Cerveza beer that has always
Lager
been
style.
lager, a lot lighter. I was expecting not this. So it's a wonderful, pleasant surprise. I'm not someone who actually pours her beers into glasses unless I'm at a bar somewhere, and I'm not doing the pouring. As you all saw, my head was extreme. But I actually do enjoy this beer. It's a good adventure, so I'm glad if you're ever in Mexico and you're looking for a good beer to try the Cerveza Indio. Ask wherever you're at. I'm pretty sure it's served mostly anywhere. I've gotten it on the border in Rosarito, in Tijuana.
I'm sure it's everywhere.
I'm pretty sure it's everywhere in Mexico. But let's get away from the beer now and go on to our most recent adventures that Raquel went on. She actually traveled through, 3 states?
For
The Southwest Quest, right?
yes, Southwest Quest 4 in Durango, or outside of Durango, Colorado. But on the way to get there, went through Utah, Arizona, Nevada. On the way back, went through New Mexico, Arizona, and back home. So just got home
So-
from a 10-day.
10-day trip. Of the 3 of us, Raquel is actually the longest rider that we've actually had in the group, or have in the group. She's traveled all the way to Canada, all the way down to Mexico, all the way through to Durango. She actually has a lot of miles underneath her belt. She does a lot of single rider events as well, like personal, she does her own traveling, as well as actually doing a lot of group camping trips. So Southwest Quest, which I have not had the pleasure of attending, unfortunately, as well as doing Babes, and she's done El Diablo back in 2020 and 2021. She's done Kernville before. She's done Babes Right Out in Borrego Springs.
Dream Roll.
She's done Dreammore in Washington. So she's done actually a lot of camps under her belt. Some of those I have attended with her, but her miles well exceed my miles. We've been riding about the same amount of time, but she has exceeded me in pretty much in every way. She travels a lot on her bike, which is great because she has a lot of great experiences, a lot of great tips. So if you're ever in the market to go ahead and go traveling and drinking, I think actually on our trip to what is it?
Washington.
Washington, the Dream Roll. We actually stopped at a lot of breweries. That was one of our main goals, is stopping at breweries and eating. Unfortunately, it was prior to us taking over Hyena's Den.
So we'll have to do it again.
We will have to do it again, because I will have to say what is it, Dead Frog? Frog Legs?
Yeah.
What was the name of that brewery?
I think it was Dead Frog Brewing.
Dead Frog Brewery. The best.
Well,
What is it?
I don't even remember what flavor
God.
we had. It was so good. It's such a good beer. It was like a
It was a-
shandy or something.
It was a peach, I think.
It was like
a
peach shandy. And it was just such a great summer beer, and
It was relaxing that we were able to pull out the cans, go wad over into the river that we were camping next to, and just like soak at least hips deep in this, like, and literally it was just straight mud in the river itself where we just like sunk in. And we just hung there with our beers, just chilling, watching these kids jump from a bridge
into the water.
into the water. Like, absolutely wonderful. I don't think I could ever replicate that feeling unless I was there again.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a good, like, it was a good
Sounds like a
summer
good time.
event.
We're gonna have to get Savvy a motorcycle. so she can
Savvy
come
has
join
to get
us.
a bike.
See,
So,
I'm
like,
on
she
the
has to
other
come
side
ready.
of this. I've only ridden a bike once, and that was with her practicing, and shamefully, I dropped it. But, it's practice. I'm learning, but for safety
I love my
reasons,
bike. I love
at
a
some
Harley,
point I
but if
will.
someone wants to learn, sacrifices are made. And let's be honest, I've dropped my bike. I've been in situations where I've just like overestimated myself. Ride safe, ride fast, enjoy the time you have.
And if you're gonna have a heavy bike, remember to go to the gym. You gotta lift that shit.
I'll be honest, being able to lift your bike after you've dropped it is a key factor. Squats, man.
Yep.
Squats.
Legs.
Yeah, that's
Lots of legs.
that's a helpful thing right there.
Yep.
That's my tip.
But tell us a little bit more about your 10-day trip. I know you hit a lot of stuff. You should actually get yourself a friend who gets you a token from a whorehouse. Brothel. She's so polite about it, ladylike. I call it a whorehouse, and I will enjoy my free screw when I get there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. This time around, I actually hit New Mexico, and it was a state I have not been to yet. So it was really good food. I mean, I ate so much. It was intense. And we had sopapillas, which are these really cool bread-like things that I had never tried. It was just amazing. The New Mexican cuisine was really special.
Any good beers?
So I had lots of beer. I don't know that I can really piece out one in particular, but I will say at the Southwest Quest event this year they actually had alcohol. They had beer that they brought kegs for both 2 of the 3 dinners, and
Okay.
I don't know what beer it was, but it was super awesome to be camping and getting free beer, and so that was exquisite.
I'll say I've never been to a trip where I've never been to a camping event where they don't offer free beer. I didn't know Southwest doesn't offer free beer.
Yeah, I mean it's in the back of a huge campsite, and they've got a restaurant and a bar. So essentially, it's kind of BYOB, if you will.
Okay.
So last
okay.
year they provide dinners and breakfast, which is nice. But it was a little unexpected and nice that we had some beer provided this time. So around dinner time for 2 of the 3 meals, we got some beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do see you have a shirt that
Yeah.
you bought while you were out and about. That's a
did.
beer shirt, isn't it?
Yep, it's it says Cosmic Blonde on it with an astronaut. It's from a city we randomly decided to go to because the city name is Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
I saw the pictures on your Instagram. That actually looked like a lot of fun on your, well, not your Instagram, your stories that you
Yeah.
had going on. That actually looked really awesome, and slightly jealous because I feel like that would be my fucking spots.
It was a super weird city, but an awesome city. I think it was population 6,000, not a lot. There's like
Wow.
2 little blocks for the downtown, but they had a brewery, so we went.
Hey, as long as they have a brewery,
Nice.
they're set.
Exactly.
Right? It's
exactly.
the place to go.
Exactly. So yeah, I got a little flight. Got a prickly pear cider. Got
Nice.
That
Prickly
sounds
pear.
amazing.
Oatmeal
That seems like
stout,
something
yeah.
that would be up
Yeah,
your
I'm like,
alley.
oh,
How's the
please
prickly
tell me
pear?
where. I'll
Tell
try
us.
that one.
It was fantastic. It was really good. It was nice, refreshing, but not too intense.
That sounds delicious.
I got some other random items in there. I think I got another sour, like just standard sour. It was pretty good. But the oatmeal stout, and I'm not a stout person. I always try to flex my dark beer skills just to like taste and get used to it. So I always get at least 1 dark in my flight. and the stout was awesome. It was really good. Full
Oatmeal
body.
stout. I would definitely want to try that.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably, like, again, I probably taster, small one.
Yeah.
But
Honestly,
absolutely.
for someone who's not a stout person, or stout's really up your alley as
Yeah,
something
no, I
you
do
wanna
like the taste,
try?
but it's just something I can only have in
Little
small
small.
amounts. It is
Same.
very heavy.
Same. I
Stouts
can't
are
have
just
a pint.
a little too much for me, so
Yeah.
I know if I get if I got something this size, she's
Yeah.
drinking the other half.
Yeah.
But I do like the coffee taste, or like the chocolates,
Yeah.
or like sometimes when they're a bit more on like I'm a huge fan of oatmeal cookies, oatmeal anything. I
Yeah.
love oatmeal. I love oatmeal. So right when
Mhm.
you said that, I'm like, ooh, shoot it my way. I would definitely at least want to try it.
Yeah, definitely. We should try
This
some oatmeal.
one actually travels a lot for hiking and camping. She
Yep, just adventures.
doesn't do motorcycles, but she actually travels a lot in her car with her husky. And I can't, Mika.
Mika.
Sam, like, I
She's my
can't
little
remember
fur
the-
baby. I have another wire terrier, which is Valentine, but I do like taking them out hiking. We go on to trips like Yosemite or Big Sur. We do like little solo trips and kind of just go out, check out waterfalls, check out hikes, camp out. It's super fun. But I love like checking out new places and things like that. So if you're looking for cool places, I can definitely give you some key points on places to check out.
Nice.
So I know she actually traveled to Utah once before. She did the canyons, where you have to go through.
Yes,
And
Zion. So I actually went to
The ones that I wanted to go to when we actually rode through it, but we didn't make it.
the Narrows.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nice.
that is super fun. And I think all in all, it's a 9-mile hike to the end. But if you were to go to the end and come back, it'll be about like 18. So that's a whole day adventure. And best believe, if you're going to do that, bring a swimsuit and make sure your bag is waterproof.
Yeah.
You're going swimming. I'm letting you know now. You're going swimming. Make sure you have some shoes, some water shoes that are comfortable. Because I did get the almost like sock shoes that
Sock
you
ball.
wear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there are so many rocks. I'm not gonna lie, my feet were cramping a little bit. Like that, it was a little rough. So I would say probably hiking shoes or things like that. But if you do have a chance, go do it. The only thing I didn't get to do was Angel's Landing. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was during COVID and it was closed.
So
So
Billabong hiking shoes probably would have been good for that one, huh? Because they're
yeah.
rubber and they have a good sole, but they're still breathable that you could have soaked through and then dried up
Mhm.
eventually. So
Nice.
Yeah, something like that you definitely want, because I definitely think you're going to want a sole, something to keep your foot up, because yeah, if your feet grabbing onto those rocks, whew, it gets a bit rough. I want to take a sit somewhere.
So I'm going to take a moment. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are kind of questioning about how the direction of Hyena Den is going. For all of you who know, Garcia was the den leader. He passed away back in April. It was a motorcycle accident. He rode. He loved the life he lived. He loved doing what he did. And I don't want to say he went out doing what he loved, but
You did.
he did go out doing what he loves. So as a memorial, we are still keeping Hyena's Den going. So if you're a follower who follows, please keep following. We are trying to expand as well. It'll be a different direction than what he was going. I know he did motorcycles and beers, but we do motorcycles, beers, and adventures,
Hiking.
hiking. I mean, we are for the masses. So, and we're keeping this going as a memory for Garcia, because even in spirit, he is still our cackle leader. And we want to go ahead and keep this going in memory of him. So if you are still a follower, please still keep following. Don't think this is just going to go and shut down. We're still going to have his website with his shirts open. We still have a lot of events that are coming up.
We
gonna,
also have new breweries to show about too. I'm not sure if
So-
we've already mentioned Campground and Villains Brewery in Anaheim.
Campsite, actually. It's
Oh,
Campsite
Campsite.
Brewery
Oh, and the
in
Villains.
Covina. Villains, which is opened up in Anaheim. So we
Yes.
are going to be reviewing those breweries, as well as Adventures. Raquel and I are going to be attending Babes Ride Out in Central Coast. So we'll be telling you those. And we have our own breweries that we hit up. What was the one that we actually hit up in? Because I plan on going to that one again to doing an actual video review.
Over the
in
805?
No, at
I can't.
Central Coast. The one we went to last year in that tiny little town that had the parade. They threw the candies.
I
We had the
can't.
sandwiches.
I can't recall, but we'll go there.
So
We'll go there.
we actually, there are going to be another one. I know Solvang actually has a brewery, so if we can spend the time
Yep.
to do that, we will actually be doing a lot of reviews and videos. So there's actually still going to be a lot to come. Don't think it's going to be, I know there was a period of silence, but in memory of Garcia, we're keeping it going. Because you know what? Ride fast, drink beer, be safe.
Yeah, fun.
Cheers to that.
But
And we also have Camp
Kernville.
Kernville.
we have Kernville coming up, and actually all three of us will be in Kernville, so
Yes,
you
I
will
will-
see all three of our faces, as well as two of the additional faces, which is Monica, our calculator, and Amy, who will be at that particular event as well. So between the
And your whole family. And
the
in
entire
cameo.
family of Garcia will be there.
Yes.
So you'll see reviews, you'll see interviews, you'll see. There will be a lot of things that are going on, and there will be. I know Garcia
Remind
has
me
always
again.
done.
Last year, your family took home 3 wins.
Campground champs.
I'm dubbing us Campsite Champs. We did not win arm wrestling, unfortunately.
Only one we did not take
But
home.
we did win the SpaghettiOs eating contest. Our winner here.
Ooh, yeah.
We won the joint rolling contest, which was my
Our
mother.
mother, surprisingly, I was trying to win that. guess
My
I learned it
mother
somewhere.
is the fastest roller in the West, and between myself, Savvy, my friend Rad, and one of our extras that we had at
Georgia.
the campsite, Georgia. She was wonderful, wonderful friend that we just made on the spot, which is great because she
Beautiful
shared a
soul.
site. She shared her site with that, or we shared our site with her, I should say.
And she brought in the win with the tug of war.
She
Yes.
brought the win in. Like, we were all just fucking tugging. We won tug of war. So, of the 4 games that were played at Kernville, I'm just going to say Campsite Champs. And
I'm
And
so
this year I'm
bummed.
saying it's gonna be
so
back to back.
bummed. I'm so bummed I didn't make it last
you
year.
bet
But
your
I'm going
ass.
this year. I'm going this year.
We're winning this year.
Yeah,
we are
it's in the bag.
absolutely
We already have
winning
the
this
team.
year. And I actually have somebody for arm wrestling. So, if you're going to be going to Kernville,
Watch out.
Be prepared.
Watch out.
you better watch out. We got
I lost last
we
year,
got
but you know
someone.
we're coming back with a
I did too, because I'm dead ass weak in upper body. You give me something with lower body, I'll win all day, every day. But my upper body's weak as shit. So, but that's what we have going on. So we have Born Free, actually not next weekend. Oh, it is next weekend.
Next weekend.
So
I will not be joining that, but they will.
that'll be our next event that we have going on. We'll be taking videos, doing interviews for that.
Then, babes.
And then Babes in Central Coast, which is in September, and then Kernville in October. And there might be another camp out that I'm trying to maybe squeeze in. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not 100% sure if we can get that into the dates just yet. But
Stay tuned.
I will let you know. It's between Coast and Kernville, but the dates are super close between those dates. So I'm going to keep you updated. So please stay tuned. Go ahead and subscribe to Hyena's Den. So if you don't watch, please watch.
And subscribe.
Follow
Subscribe.
us. We got a lot of things going on. So Savvy's going to go ahead and share her Instagram.
Savvy Garcia. As simple as that.
What's your handle?
That is my handle.
Oh, wow.
I have 2 other handles, but
I'll be honest,
quite
I
a
shouldn't
bit.
be knocking her. Mine's just Littlefoot 5000. So look me up on Instagram and you can go
My
ahead
other
and follow.
Instagram is High Vibes Savvy and Jim Buds Jim Buds. Yes.
She's sociable.
Very social.
sociable.
So much social.
So social, and she needs 3. I'm
They're
Littlefoot 5000.
different projects.
Actually, I think I recently changed my handle to Adventures of Littlefoot 5000.
Yes.
So, look for me there, and then we have,
Rakdub, RAQDUB.
and we'll be adding those handles down at the corner, or for you to
Comments.
go ahead and follow us. I hope you enjoyed our review. I promise we'll get better as we go.
Gee.
Pour one out.
Let's pour one out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink, clink.
I spilled.
Oh, so much head.
So
we'll get better next time.
We'll get better with that next time too.
Cheers.
Cheers.